The ocean's last dance. I never wanted this trip. Ryan said it would save us. 3 years together, and things had started to fade. Late replies, cancelled plans, less laughter, more silence. 1 week on the water, he promised, no work, no phones, just us. I wanted to believe him, so I said yes. That we boarded the Ocean Serenity, a massive white cruise liner leaving Seattle for Alaska. The first night felt like magic, warm lights, soft music, the smell of salt and wine. Ryan looked at me like he used to. We danced under the stars, his hands around my waist, the sea wind brushing my hair. That he whispered, "You're still mine, right?" I smiled. "Always." He kissed me, and for the first time in months, I felt real again. But by morning, the sky changed, gray clouds, silent waves, the ship growing as if it didn't want to move. That evening, Ryan went to get drinks. That I waited in our cabin, waited and waited. The minutes stretched thin. 10 minutes. 30 an hour. That I called his phone. No answer. That I checked the bar. Nobody saw him. That I searched every deck, each hallway colder than the last. Then I saw it. Room 423. That our door opened. That a faint trail of water led across the carpet. Inside, silence. Ryan's jacket on the bed, wet. That a smell of salt and iron. That my heart pounded. "Ryan?" I whispered. No answer. Then, a shadow by the window. A tall man in a dark uniform, his name tag read Weller, but our captain's name was Lewis. And she was a woman. "Who are you?" I asked. He turned slowly, smile wrong, eyes dark. "Miss Ellie," he said softly, "you shouldn't be here." Behind him, the curtains fluttered, and for a moment, I saw the ocean, churning, whispering, hungry. "Where's Ryan?" I demanded. That he tilted his head. "The ocean loves gifts." I froze. "What?" He stepped closer, the air felt heavy. "Every voyage. She takes one." He smiled wider. That I ran. That I don't remember screaming, but my throat burned. That I ran through endless corridors, each door locked, each mirror flickering. The lights above blinked, one by one, off. That I reached the upper deck, rain lashed sideways, the ship leaned in the wind, and there, in the black water, something floated. That it was a hand, with Ryan's watch still on it. That I screamed until my voice broke. Security came later. They asked questions. Them, "Miss, who are you looking for?" "Me, Ryan. My boyfriend." "Them, ma'am, you boarded alone." "No." I shouted. "Check the records." They did. They found my name only, single ticket. No mention of Ryan. No cabin photos with him. I showed them my phone, the pictures. Blank, each one just me, alone on deck, alone at dinner, alone in bed. I couldn't breathe. I was losing my mind. That night, I didn't sleep, the walls felt alive. The ship creaked and whispered. My cabin phone rang once. I answered. Static, then, faintly, a voice, "Ellie. Come back to me." Ryan. I ran to the window. The sea was calm now, too calm. I thought I saw something move beneath the surface. A pale face, two eyes staring up. At dawn, I went outside. The storm was gone, the sky a dull silver, the deck smelled of salt and smoke, and there, by the railing, his jacket again, wet drip by drip. A note in the pocket. 3 words. meet me below. My hands shook that I should have screamed, that I should have gone to the captain. Instead, I followed the whisper down, below deck 7. Below the crew cabins. To the coldest part of the ship. A door marked maintenance. I pushed it open, darkness. A hum of engines. A smell of rust and death, water dripped from pipes, the whisper again, Ellie. I turned. A figure at the far end, wet, clothes torn. Smile soft, Ryan. You came, he said. That I cried, running toward him. Where were you? I thought, I'm here now, he said, stay with me. His hand was cold, too cold that I looked down. The floor was covered in water. Up to my ankles, then my knees. That he didn't move, his reflection in the water. Wrong, the reflection smiled before he did. Ryan? I whispered. He leaned close. She wants us both. Before I could move, his arms wrapped around me, tight, and the floor opened. Cold water swallowed me whole. I screamed, but the sea filled my mouth. I saw faces in the dark below, dozens, drifting eyes and hands reaching. They pulled him down first, then me. I woke up coughing on the deck, sunlight blinding, crew around me. You fell, someone said. You're lucky we saw you. They asked what happened. I said nothing. They wouldn't believe me. That night, I sat alone on the balcony. The ocean stretched forever, and far below, I swear I saw him, staring up from the waves, smiling still. A whisper carried on the wind, the ocean keeps her gifts. I closed my eyes and felt his hand, still cold, still waiting. Part 2, The Ocean Calls Her Back. 3 weeks since the cruise. 3 weeks since, Ryan's hand slipped away, into black water. But, every night I still hear the waves. They don't let me sleep. I moved back to our apartment in Portland. Everything looks the same, except the smell. Salt, cold and sharp. Like, the ocean followed me. The first night home, I heard footsteps in the hall. Soft. Wet, not mine. I opened the door. Nothing. Just a small trail of water toward the bathroom. The sink dripped. THRE. 3 drops. Then a voice, from the drain, Ellie. I froze. My heartbeat felt like thunder. I turned off the tap, it dripped again. Ellie, come back. I threw a towel over it, but the towel soaked, instantly, as if the water was alive. The next day I called the cruise company. They said, no ship named Ocean Serenity existed. I searched, online. Nothing. Not a photo, not a record, it was like the ship never sailed. I looked at my ticket, letters faded, ink smudged, it now read, Ocean's End Voyage. That night, the dreams began. I stood on the deck, again, the sky black, the sea glowing beneath. I saw him. Ryan, standing in the water, hand raised, eyes hollow. He spoke without sound, the water around him rose, shaping a face, not his. A woman's face made of waves, smiling. Bring him home, she whispered. I woke, gasping. My bedsheet was wet, not sweat. Water. Cold, salty. I rushed to the window. Down the street a black car waited. Engine off. Windshield fogged. I blinked, it was gone. The next morning I received a letter. No stamp. No return address. The paper smelled like the sea. Your voyage isn't over. Inside, a photo. Me and Ryan on the ship. Smiling. This time, he was there. I swear he was there. I dropped it, shaking. My phone rang. Unknown number. Ellie, the voice, said, the ocean is waiting. Click. I booked therapy that week. The doctor smiled too kindly. Trauma can create hallucinations, she said. Sometimes the mind sees what it can't let go. I wanted to believe her, until the light flickered, and a drop of water fell from the ceiling. Ocean water. She stared up and whispered, "Do you hear that?" We both did. A low humming, like engines, under the floor. Then, her eyes rolled back, her mouth filled with water. I screamed and ran. Her voice chased me out the door. She wants you back. That night I packed. I couldn't stay here. I drove to the coast. Cold rain fell, like ash. The sea roared in the distance. I walked toward it, with bare feet. Each wave felt warm, as if it knew me. Ryan, I whispered, if you're there. Thunder answered, the water rose and something touched my ankle, a hand. Pale. Blue, it pulled once. Gently, like an invitation. I sank to my knees. I saw his face, again. Ellie, he said, we can be together, now. Behind him, the woman of waves. Smiling, with teeth made of foam. I whispered, what are you? She laughed, the ocean's memory. Lightning split the sky. The water swallowed us both, then silence. When I opened my eyes, I was back in my bedroom, water dripping from my hair. Phone ringing. Same number. Final boarding call, the voice said. Welcome, home. Part 3, the ocean remembers her. I woke up in white light. The sound of machines. The smell of bleach. My wrists were bruised. My throat burned. A nurse leaned over me. You're safe, she said, you were found on the shore. Where's Ryan? I asked, she blinked. Who? Ryan Walker, I whispered. He was with me. She frowned. You were alone, Miss Taylor. I looked down. My hospital bracelet read Ellie Walker. Not Taylor. My husband's last name. I'd never married him. I touched my face. The mirror across the room shimmered, like water rippling. My reflection blinked slower than I did. That night, the machines in my room hummed like engines. The sea's rhythm. I closed my eyes. I heard it again. The low horn of a ship in the middle of the city. I got out of bed. The window was fogged with salt. I wiped it clean and froze. The parking lot below was gone, replaced by endless water. Black, calm, whispering. I stumbled back. The nurse rushed in. "You shouldn't be out of bed," she said. I pointed at the window. "Do you see that?" She looked, then smiled, strangely. "See what?" Her voice deepened. She turned, her eyes were pale, blue, like glass. Water dripped from her sleeves. "You shouldn't have left," she whispered. The lights flickered. She lunged forward and vanished, bursting into mist. I screamed. The monitors went flat. A drop of salt water fell onto my hand. My veins pulsed dark, like black ink moving under my skin. I ripped the floor out and ran. The hallway stretched longer with each step. The floor wet under my feet. At the end, a door marked discharge. I pushed it open. I was outside, but not at the hospital. I stood on a dock, thick fog everywhere. The same fog from that ship. A figure waited by the edge. "Ryan," he smiled. "You came back." "I didn't want to," I said. My voice shook. "You called me." "No," he whispered, "she did." Behind him, the ocean moved, not waves, but shapes. Faces, fingers. Reaching. I stepped closer. "What is this?" He looked up. The ocean remembers everyone. The fog parted. A massive ship stood there. Silent. No lights. No crew. Name carved on the hull. Ocean's memory. The air froze. "I don't belong here," I said. "You do now," Ryan whispered. His hand reached for mine. Water poured from his sleeve. I pulled back. He looked hurt. "It's not death, Ellie," he said. "It's remembering." I turned to run, but the dock was gone. Beneath me, only black water rising. I screamed as the waves climbed around me, cold arms pulling me under. I fell through endless dark silence, then voices, thousands of them whispering in rhythm, "Ellie, Ellie." A faint glow appeared ahead, the ship again, but now from below. I saw faces pressed against its glass hull. All of them crying, some smiling, some still alive. Ryan floated beside me. "She's waiting," he said. I whispered, "Who?" A woman's voice answered from everywhere and nowhere. "The sea forgets nothing." The water filled my lungs. I didn't fight. I just listened, and in that stillness. I heard myself whispering too. "Come back to me." Somewhere far above, a woman woke from a dream, hearing my voice through her drain. A new passenger chosen. The cycle begins again. The ocean remembers us all.